Unfortunately, the Thanksgiving holiday isn't easing the effects of the global shipping shortages. They're being felt just about everywhere. KQ2's Ron Johnson shows us its impact on our local food bank.
Many of the same challenges retailers are feeling are also being felt at the local food bank.
It's tough. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been really tough.
Pandemic-driven shortages are affecting the Second Harvest Community Food Bank's ability to keep the community fed. One of their biggest challenges is delays in shipments.
We ordered some product in June and we got it in September. We're having delays every single day.
That, coupled with widespread labor shortages, means even more delays for the food bank at a time when they need it most. Staff say the number of people in our region seeking food assistance is up 36% in Northwest Missouri compared to 2019. And there's one more challenge: rising costs.
I mean, we just heard that the consumer price index rose over 6%. We're eating all that cost right now here at Second Harvest.
These challenges will have an impact on how the food bank moves forward. Staff say next year could bring modifications to some of their programs.
Instead of doing it every month, are we able to do it every other month?
Staff are determined to keep positive, though, and want to make sure their services connecting more people to food will remain.
We can spread those dollars as far as we can and to get as much food, nutritious food, out to those people that need it.
Ron Johnson, KQ2 News.
Second Harvest staff also say community donations to the food bank have trickled down since last year. KQ2's Juliana Cullen is back now with your full forecast. Can we expect any slippery roads while people head to their holiday destinations?
It looks like travel should be really nice over the next few days. The biggest thing we're going to have to deal with is these swinging temperatures. So 60s today and tomorrow, which
really
is going to
nice.
be beautiful. If you have any shopping to do, it should be great. 30s by Thanksgiving, but it's going to be dry and sunny. So
it'll be dry. It's going to be cold. So if you do have to go outside and bake your turkey, you're going to want to bundle up.
Yeah, definitely going to be needing the coat as you head out the door on your Thursday. Need the coat this morning, but you won't need it by the afternoon hours. So we just have a few clouds out there right now. We had more clouds in the overnight hours. They're starting to clear out. And once those clouds clear, we should pretty much have sunshine throughout the rest of the day, which is going to help us warm up because it is cool again as you get ready to step out the door. Some of us are holding on to the 30s, but we do have some 20s out there. It's 28 in St. Joseph and Atchison, 30 in Cameron, 31 in Bethany. Our winds about 5 to 10 coming out of the south, so feels like temperatures in the 20s across the board. You'll need that heavy winter coat as you head out the door. And you can see the clouds are clearing out nicely for this morning. So after they push off towards the east, just sunshine for the rest of your Tuesday, and a pretty big warm up in store for today, especially when we get these southerly winds going out of the south, pushing 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That should get us into the 60s this afternoon for your high. Overnight tonight, we'll keep that southerly wind and eventually some cloud cover, so it should be fairly mild tomorrow morning as you step out the door. Most of us will be in the 40s. It looks like most of your Wednesday dry, cloudy. We should still make it up into the 60s, but I do have a rain chance in the forecast late Wednesday night into the overnight hours. Less than 1/10 of an inch, just a little bit of drizzle possible as our cold front approaches. 62 today for your high. Sunny, a little bit breezy out there. 60s stick around on Wednesday. Cold front rolls through just before Thanksgiving. 39 for your high, but we warm up quickly. We're in the 50s for your weekend. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. The Kansas City Chiefs head into their bye week riding a 4-game winning streak, sitting at 7-4 ahead of the 6-4 Chargers, but LA does own the tiebreaker. As for the Chiefs, what a turnaround it's been, especially for the defense, playing some of the best football in the entire league. We've seen them play some of the worst too, but right now things are going well, and this team hears everything people continue to say about them.
Listen, they're going to talk about us regardless. We can beat the Cowboys. They're going to say the Cowboys is off. They had their top receiver. So every week we got something coming, but it's okay. Yeah, it's a little adversity. It's good for us. It's a challenge. You know, we listen to everything. We hear it. We still suck, you know. So, you know, we can use that as a building point, continue to build as a defense, as a team.
And here's a look at the Chiefs' remaining schedule. Bye week this week, and then 4 of the last 6 against AFC West opponents.
Well, time is now 6:23 on your Tuesday morning. Here's a look outside. Just a few clouds out there, so I think we'll get to see a pretty nice sunrise out there this morning, which will be nice because yesterday we just had a ton of clouds out there, but it's just about as cold as this time yesterday morning. It's 28, but it really feels like 23, and our winds are not too breezy out there, but they're 5 miles an hour, which is plenty to give us a wind chill this morning. Now, those winds are going to pick up as we move towards the afternoon hours, and we will have wind gusts up to about 25 miles an hour this afternoon, which is going to help to push in some warmer air. So temperatures today in the 60s for your high. We'll keep the 60s tomorrow, but we will have a lot of cloud cover out there, and eventually the chance for a few spotty showers during the evening and overnight hours as a cold front approaches our area, and then it'll be much cooler for Thanksgiving. We'll be in the upper 30s for your high, but the cool down doesn't last long. We're already in the mid to upper 50s by the time we get to the weekend, and 60s again by next week. Kylie?
Looking for something to put you in the holiday mood? How about a new Thanksgiving dark drama? ABC's Jason Nathanson has more on what's happening in Hollywood.
Movie opening this week may get you in the mood for Thanksgiving or just happy that you're not stuck in this family. The Humans stars Beanie Feldstein, Amy Schumer, Stephen Yeun, and Richard Jenkins in a tense, funny, and dark drama. Jenkins telling me this family may not be that different from your own.
They make horrible mistakes. They say mean things to each other, but you know, I think if we saw a film of our own Thanksgiving dinner, we'd be a little surprised. And it may not be exactly what you think it is.
The Humans is in select theaters and streaming on Showtime tomorrow. Elle Fanning is looking forward to feasting this Thanksgiving after spending a lot of time eating dirt during the new season of The Great. Her character, Catherine the Great, is pregnant with a craving for soil, but she and star Nicholas Hoult tell me she wasn't actually eating Earth.
That's like Oreos. It was like, you know, something, I don't know what the equivalent in London.
Yeah, we know Oreos.
But they weren't.
What is this biscuit you talk of?
Season 2 of The Great is out now on Hulu. Actor Eddie Redmayne was nominated for an Oscar for playing a transgender character in 2015's The Danish Girl. Now he says playing the part was a mistake. He tells the Sunday Times he wouldn't take the role today because he realizes more actors from marginalized groups deserve a seat at the table. And happy birthday today to Miley Cyrus. The singer and actress is 29, while ABC's own Robin Roberts turning 61. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Elizabeth Holmes took the stand again on Monday, testifying in her own criminal trial. ABC's Rebecca Jarvis has the details in today's GMA First Look.
from your local news leader. This is KQ2's Hometown This Morning.
A few clouds out there this morning, but it looks like we have a sunny and fairly warm day ahead of us. I'll have your forecast coming up.
The holiday season may be here, but we have to remind everyone we're still in the midst of a pandemic. What the St. Joseph Health Department has to say on urgent caution this weekend as area COVID numbers continue to rise. And Monday was closing statements in the martyr trial of Ahmaud Arbery, the latest from the courtroom. Good morning and thanks for waking up with us. Today is Tuesday, November 23rd. I'm Kylie Thomas. We are joined now with Juliana Cullen from the Weather Wall. Good morning, Juliana.
Good morning, Kylie. Waking up to just a few clouds out there this morning, so I think we'll get to see a pretty nice sunrise to start off your Tuesday. Besides that, it is cold, so if you're getting ready to step out the door, it's feeling very similar to what it felt like yesterday. Temperature-wise, most of us are holding on to the 30s. There's a few upper 20s out there, but it's windier than yesterday morning, so it feels colder. So even if you're in the 30s, you're feeling like the 20s as you get ready to step out the door. 24, that feels like temperature in Bethany. 22 right now in Trenton. 23 is what it feels like here in St. Joseph, and 25, that feels like temperature in Mound City. And throughout the rest of the day, though, do have a pretty big warm-up in store. So as you get ready to step out the door, you'll need the coat for the next few hours, but then you'll be able to ditch the coat by the time you get to the afternoon hours for today. Looks like we'll be in the 60s for your high. So that's about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. Overall, fairly calm and clear conditions. I do think we'll have a little bit of a breezy wind this afternoon with wind gusts up to about 25 miles an hour. And then those clouds are going to start to build into the area as we move towards later on tonight into the overnight hours as we get ready for a cold front. I still think we'll have some fairly mild temperatures as we move towards your Wednesday, but it looks like just in time for Thanksgiving, we have a pretty strong cold front headed our direction, and many of us won't even get out of the 30s by the time we get to your Thursday afternoon. Kylie?
A quick traffic alert before you head out the door this morning. Overnight, the east and westbound lanes of Highway 36 between South 22nd and South 10th Street were shut down due to a traffic accident. According to police, a semi came around the curve near the 10th Street exit too fast and tipped over, ending up on the driver's side. The driver of the semi sustained no injuries. And while directing traffic near the South 22nd Street exit, an officer's patrol car was struck. According to police, the officer is in stable condition and the driver of the other vehicle refused medical attention. The St. Joseph Health Department releasing new COVID numbers for Buchanan County Monday. The county's positivity rate is now over 10.5%. That's about a 3% increase over last week. The health department also reporting that the county is closing in on 16,000 cases, adding 123 new cases since last Thursday. Mosaic Live Care is reporting 33 total COVID inpatients, 28 in St. Joseph and 5 in Maryville. The uptick in COVID cases is making it harder for many to plan their Thanksgiving. KQ2's Matt McLean spoke to the local health department to find out how you can stay safe and still get together with family and friends.
The local health department urges COVID-19 shots and other precautions ahead of the upcoming holidays.
We are seeing more cases and our positivity rate is up as well.
Across the country, states are seeing upticks in COVID-19 cases, and officials are worried Thanksgiving gatherings may further the spread.
The state health department identified Buchanan County as a hotspot for COVID cases and as for new COVID cases. So going into the holidays already identified as a hotspot, it's not a very good thing.
That's why local, state, and federal health officials are recommending COVID-19 booster shots for all adults and first and second shots for unvaccinated kids and adults.
When I was looking at the cases earlier, there are a lot of young adults who have been contracting the virus. So it's equally important for young and older to get the vaccine.
Even though it typically takes about 2 weeks for the vaccine shot to reach its full strength, the health department says go ahead and get the shots for the holiday season.
If you got it today, you're probably not going to have a whole lot of protection. However, your body may just respond quicker than someone else's. So it's not going to hurt to go ahead and get it now, but it definitely will help as more holidays, other gatherings and events are coming up next month. It definitely will help by then.
And she says don't forget to use the other ABCs of virus prevention to help minimize the risk. Stay home if you're sick or have any COVID symptoms. Wear a mask.
Just in case you develop the disease, then you're not going to be spreading it as well to your family and friends as you're gathering for celebration this weekend.
And spread out as much as you can.
I'm not sure what the weather's going to be like, but if you can go outside or even open windows so that there's a draft to move the air.
Reporting, Madeline McLean, KQ2 News.
The state's overall positivity rate has increased to 9.3%. However, it's far lower than November 2020, when the state positivity rate reached 23.1%. With Thanksgiving only 2 days away, many are getting ready to hit the roads to be with loved ones. This year, experts predict a significant increase in travel now that the COVID-19 vaccine is available. Local experts are advising road travelers to be extra cautious this year with the anticipated increase in out-of-town travelers and to hit the road with a plan before leaving town.
Make sure you've kicked the tires, tugged on the belts. You have all those things in the vehicle you need in case maybe you break down. Have you checked the air pressure in your spare tire? Do you have your jack in the vehicle? Things like that. Just in case you break down, have a flat tire. Or do you know the emergency numbers to call if you find yourself roadside, which obviously star 55 will get you to the closest troop headquarters on your cell or your phone, or if it's an emergency 911.
Sergeant Jake Engel says expect Wednesday and Sunday to be the busiest travel days and advises us to watch for deer, harvest tractors, and construction. And always pay attention to the road and stay off your phone.
Time is now 6:36 on your Tuesday morning. A little bit of a chilly start to our morning out there. Right now, temperatures in the upper 20s and lower 30s, but it is a bit breezy. Winds are only 5 to 10 miles an hour, but enough to give us a wind chill. So feels like temperatures are in the 20s this morning. Next few days, a bit of some up and down temperatures. So today and tomorrow, beautiful for any outdoor activities. Will be in the 60s, a little bit breezy, but overall it should be comfortable. And then Thursday, just in time for Thanksgiving, a big cool down headed our direction. We'll have a strong cold front move through overnight Wednesday into Thursday, and most of us will be in the 30s for pretty much the entirety of your Thanksgiving. Kylie?
There's new outrage stemming from the Ahmaud Arbery trial in Georgia. During closing arguments, one lawyer brought up Arbery's toenails. Also at the courthouse, new concerns about demonstrators outside. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has more.
Jury deliberations are expected to begin today in the trial of 3 white men accused of killing Ahmaud Arbery. The judge is moving deliberations to an interior room of the courthouse, concerned about jurors hearing protesters outside.
What do we want? Justice!
A defense attorney called for a mistrial because of the demonstrations.
There was a truck carrying a coffin with the names of the defendants on it.
The judge denied the motion, allowing closing arguments to resume. Travis McMichael, his father Gregory, and William Bryan are accused of chasing down and murdering Arbery in Georgia last year. Their lawyers say the men had reasonable suspicion to believe Arbery had stolen from a construction site before the encounter, arguing that the killing was justified under a citizen's arrest law at the time.
And so he's done what he thinks the law allows him to do.
Arbery was never seen stealing from the construction site, but a defense attorney called Arbery a recurring intruder and then said this about Arbery.
Turning Ahmaud Arbery into a victim after the choices that he made does not reflect the reality of what brought Ahmaud Arbery to Satilla Shores in his khaki shorts with no socks to cover his long, dirty toenails.
Arbery's mother was heard saying, "Wow," before she left the courthouse.
I sat there for the last 2 weeks and let them dehumanize my son.
The prosecution then beginning its closing argument, claiming Arbery was targeted because of his race.
And they made their decision to attack Ahmaud Arbery in their driveways because he was a black man running down the street. If you are the initial unjustified aggressor, you don't get a claim self-defense.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Still ahead this morning, the Red Cross holding a blood drive today, honoring a Savannah teen who died after battling cancer for more than 7 years. And later, shipping and labor shortages continue to affect many across the nation, including right here at home. How one local food bank is feeling the brunt of the shortages.
And we have just a few clouds out there this morning, but a chance for some light rain Wednesday evening. I'll be tracking those showers for you coming up after the break. Stay with us.
This Ag Market Report is sponsored by King City Lumber.
Here's a look at a recap of your markets on this Monday, the 22nd day of November. Take a look at the cash grain bids paid to producers. The trends today: soybeans 11 higher, corn up 5 to 6, milo 6 higher. Corn bids in San Joseph 581, Kansas City 586 to 601, grain sorghum in Kansas City 596 to 611. Soybean bids San Joseph 1259 to 1274, Kansas City 1274 to 1294. Monday, feeder cattle auction day at the Joplin Regional Stockyards are expecting 12,000 head today. Mid-session report: the steers and heifers selling 2 to 5 higher. Steers 5 to 600 pounds 161 to 175, 700 to 800 pounds 156 to 171. Feeder heifers 500 to 600 pounds 142 to 156, 7 to 8 weights at 144 to 154.50. With KQ2 and the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's your farm news. This is Tony Hancock.
Well, time is now 6:43 on your Tuesday morning. Just a little bit of cloud cover left over this morning, but we should start to see those clouds clearing throughout the rest of the morning, and then it looks like we'll just get to see sunshine as we move towards the rest of the day, which will help us out temperature-wise because it is pretty chilly as we get ready to step out the door. Upper 20s, lots of 30s out there, but our wind is breezier than yesterday, so even if you're in the 30s, everyone feeling like they're in the 20s this morning, so you'll still want that heavier coat as you head out the door. Rest of the day, though, it doesn't need to look like you'll need the coat for too much longer. By the time you hit your lunchtime hour for today, we'll be in the middle 50s, which is already warmer than where we topped out yesterday. We didn't even make it to 50 here in St. Joseph yesterday. And then by the afternoon hours, we'll be in the 60s for your high. So that's 10 plus degrees above average for this time of year. Tomorrow looks like another warm day, and then it looks like we have a strong cold front headed our direction, and that will arrive just in time for Thanksgiving. Kylie?
Last week, the community mourned the loss of Will Walker. Will battled cancer for more than 7 years before losing that fight a week ago yesterday. Today, people can honor Will by donating blood. The American Red Cross is hosting a blood drive in his name. It will be from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at East Hill Shopping Center. After Will died, those close to him went to the Red Cross with the idea of giving people a chance to support the community and remember Will at the same time.
Having this blood drive in memory of Will gives people the opportunity to go and do something that's good for the community and to help somebody who's going through a really difficult time by giving blood, and they can do it in memory of Will.
Again, the blood drive is today from 11 to 5 at East Hills Shopping Center. Volunteers expect a large turnout and suggest donors sign up online to donate at redcrossblood.org and search East Hills. Walk-ins are always welcome and masks are required at the blood drive. KQ2's Juliana Cullen is back now with your full forecast. What can we expect for our Tuesday?
Today should be really nice for November. It's cold this morning. We'll be in the 60s and it'll be sunny by the afternoon hours.
So it's one of those days where you kind of have to bundle up in the morning and then ditch those layers later in the afternoon.
Yeah, it should be beautiful to spend some time outside. A little bit breezy, but really can't complain for November, because we're going to get to those November-like temperatures. It looks like for Thanksgiving, it's going to be a little bit cold out there.
Those temperatures will dip.
They will start to dip pretty quickly, but today we can enjoy those warmer temperatures. And this morning, just a little bit of cloud cover. Starting us off, those clouds have been clearing all morning, and it looks like for most of today, we're just going to get into some sunshine. But it is still cold as you head out the door, so you'll need those layers and that heavier jacket, especially since it's just a little breezier than yesterday. So we are seeing lots of 30s out the door, but it feels like the 20s when we factor in that wind chill, and a lot of us in the lower 20s. It feels like 23 right now in St. Joseph. A little bit of cloud cover was with us in the overnight hours, but you can see those clouds are clearing and starting to push off towards the east. So most of us just waking up to a little bit of thin cloud cover, and it looks like the rest of the day, sunshine. Only thing we'll have to worry about today is it's going to be a little breezy. During the afternoon hours, we'll have those winds out of the south gusting up to about 25 miles an hour, pushing in that warmer air. That's going to get us into the 60s today for your high. Overnight tonight, it stays breezy, but those clouds will start to build into the area. So the cloud cover and the southerly winds is going to hardly allow our temperatures to cool off at all. So most of us will start off tomorrow morning in the mid to upper 40s. So it'll be much milder for your Wednesday morning. Clouds are going to stick around for the majority of your Wednesday. We'll get to see a few peaks of sunshine here and there. Temperature-wise, we should still make it up into the 60s for your high. And then during the dinner time hours and overnight, we will start to see the chance for a few isolated showers Wednesday. A lot of it is going to be east of about I-35 as our cold front rolls through. And then it looks like the rain will clear out just in time for Thanksgiving, but those colder temperatures are going to stick around. So here's a look at the rainfall totals for what we're going to see move through the area as we move towards Wednesday night into Thursday. You can see most of us trace amounts of rain, so it's going to be pretty light out there. I think the majority of the rain is south and east of our area. 62 today for your high. Sunny skies, a little bit breezy this afternoon, and then very mild overnight tonight. 47 for your low. We'll be back up in the 60s for your Wednesday. Cold front rolls through, maybe a few sprinkles. Cold on Thanksgiving, but dry, and then we're in the 50s for your weekend. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Children in Donovan County will have their chance to get a COVID-19 vaccine today. The health department holding a vaccination clinic for ages 5 to 17 later this afternoon from 3 to 6. There will also be another clinic on December 2nd, also from 3 to 6. The health department says that anyone who gets the shot must be able to return for a second dose 3 weeks after the first. If you have any questions, call the Donovan County Health Department at 785-985-3591. The Savannah branch of Rolling Hills Library has reopened after being closed due to coronavirus concerns. The branch closed on November 17th after positive COVID-19 cases were found among staff. The library reopened at 9 a.m. Monday after the remaining staff tested negative. The library reminds patrons this week they will be conducting regular hours of 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Wednesday, and on Friday. The library will be closed on Thursday for Thanksgiving.
Well, time is now 6:51 on your Tuesday morning. Here's a live look outside. Really nice sunrise out there to start off our morning, and it looks like you can expect just lots of sunshine for the rest of the day. I think today might be one of the best days of the week if you like those warmer temperatures. If you like the cooler temperatures, the end of the week looks a little bit better. It's still cold this morning though. It's 28, but it feels like 23 because our winds are only 5 miles an hour out of the southeast, but that's plenty to give us a wind chill for this morning. And you will notice those winds a little bit breezy this afternoon. We'll have wind gusts up to about 20-25 miles an hour, but it's coming out of the south, pushing in that warmer air. So today, sunny and 60s, which is not too bad for the end of November. Tomorrow we'll keep the 60s, but it is going to be fairly cloudy out there, and eventually a 20% chance for a few sprinkles during the evening hours as our cold front rolls through. It looks like the cold front cools us down for one day. That day happens to be Thanksgiving, and then the weekend looks beautiful. We'll be in the 50s with lots of sunshine. Kylie.
Global shipping and labor shortages continue to hit here at home. Staff at Second Harvest say they've seen a 36% increase in the amount of people in their service area in need of food assistance over the past 2 years. And now, thanks to those shortages, the food bank will likely be forced to make some tough decisions in the new year. Staff at the food bank say it's been tough trying to juggle all of this while keeping services available for those who need it. They say they've had to expand services to hit areas in need more often. Without a customer base to pass rising costs on to, their business bears the brunt of all the financial challenges caused by the shortages, thus forcing them to take a hard look at their budget going into next year.
We know what the need is, and we have our goals set to meet 100% of the Map the Meal gap in those counties that we represent. So we're going to work hard to make sure that the dollars that are entrusted to us through our donors are put to good use.
Second Harvest Avenue even feeling the impacts from donors. They say after a year of heightened awareness about hunger with the COVID-19 pandemic, a bit of donor fatigue is setting in. But staff say they remain committed to lessening the impacts of the shortages to the many people who need them as much as possible. Stay with us. We will be right back with a final look at your weather. Welcome back. It's time to get your caffeine on, and I mean high-octane caffeine, because today is National Espresso Day. It is observed in a jittery fashion every year on November 23rd. Most of us think of that espresso as that thick, dark, wonderfully foamy liquid energy that comes out of a big, expensive machine at the coffee shop. But according to nationaldaycalendar.com, before the machine came along, espresso just meant a single serving of coffee made to order. Then Italian inventor changed the whole game in 1901 when he patented the first known espresso machine. The invention paved the way for the countless caffeine concoctions we drink today that use espresso shots as a base. I'm going to be needing an espresso today because it's holiday week and all of the cooking and planning. I think everyone deserves a little caffeine boost.
Yeah, that feels like a great excuse to get an espresso drink today. I'm going to partake as well. And temperatures today should be comfortable. So overall, it looks like we have really nice weather. If you have to do any last-minute shopping, you're going to be out and about. Maybe a few sprinkles tomorrow. Besides that, just get ready for a very chilly Thanksgiving.
Thanks for joining us this morning. Your next news is at 5 o'clock. We'll see you right back here tomorrow morning at 5. Have a great day, everybody.
Good Tuesday morning. Here's a look at your forecast for today. We'll hit a high of 62. Lots of sunshine out there today. A little bit breezy later on this afternoon, and then mild overnight tonight with increasing clouds. 47 for your low. And tomorrow, another warm day, 61 for your high. Overall, it'll be sunny and dry. A few sprinkles will be possible late Wednesday night into the overnight hours as a cold front rolls through. That'll drop us into the 30s on Thanksgiving, and then we warm up quickly. We're in the 50s for your weekend.